So I've been talking about it for in a couple of the past videos or whatever to work on it. Is different, I guess. So today we're going to be working on the prototype shape of my production chef knife. I've done one production knife in the past where I've actually made like 10 of them. Did well. People seem to like it. It's more of a budget-friendly kind of build. It's still going to be technically a custom-made knife. It's just going to be like, not really a one-off. There's going to be a bunch of them that are similar. Essentially a production shape. So basically, I've got my template cut out right now. I kind of sketched this on a piece of wood. Roofers. But anyways, I sketched it on a piece of wood, like the shape, to where I could kind of feel the handle thickness and stuff like that in shape, because on sheet metal it's kind of difficult. But now I've got my template on a piece of 2-inch 1084. I was going to do it a little bit taller in the heel, but I think to save time, a 2-inch heel should be fine. So I got me a piece cut out that's relatively close to my Sharpie lines in shape of this. So I'm going to basically transfer this to metal, just to kind of get a feel of shaping it with the tooling I have, because like I said, this is a production shape. So the goal is to be able to quickly reproduce this knife using what tooling I have, so that I can produce something cheaper, basically. So let me move this around. Get you set up over here. Get a bucket stand. So we're in the new shop. We don't have any of our filming stuff set up yet. Everything is going to be ghetto. It's all good. Alright, so I'm going to rough profile this real quick. Grinder's going to be loud. I know I got people on headphones. Heads up. So from here, if I can get all this crap situated. From here, I'm going to go to the small wheel attachment. We're going to do this little finger choil and stuff like that. And on the flat platen, I'm going to give my profile exactly how I want it, because I want this sleek, long rocker kind of shape to it. So I want to take all this flat out of it right here. But we're going to just massage our lines in and kind of get it to where aesthetically it looks good, but it still performs like it's supposed to. So, but yeah, didn't take too long. If I had a metal bandsaw, that would be perfect. But if you're new to the channel or you're new to this live stream and you have no idea what we do here, this is a knife making channel. Usually at my old shop, I would forge this to shape, but here I'm in a little bit more of a neighborhood. So I'm trying to think of ways to adapt, I guess, to this new shop until I get my noisemakers put together. But yeah, so I'm gonna go small wheel, kind of clean this out, get a comfortable shape here, and then we're gonna go the flat platen and kind of bring this back and get it not, you know, that's not a terrible chef knife shape, but I want that big swooping profile there. So I'm gonna switch tooling arms real quick. If you fall, it's because new shop, don't have my filming stuff set up. Coming to you via iPhone today. What's up, Braxton? 51 Guffey, how y'all doing? I'm also gonna go to a new belt because this belt is hot garbage. It's got some miles on it. To our 1.25" small contact wheel and a better belt. That's not a great belt, but it would work. Yeah. Yeah. English is hard, man. I've been here in Texas for about a month now, and I'm from like North Florida in the woods, and I have people just smiling at me and shaking their head like they have no idea what I'm saying 24/7. No, they're gonna go to the gas station, hardware store with the Ace the other day. The guy just was like, I have no idea what you're saying. So, different dialect here, I guess. I don't have hillbillies in Texas. All right. Anyways, get this belt speed turned down, track it nice so the belt doesn't blow up in my face, and get you set up to where you can see what I'm doing. I'll move my setup here. Just crap everywhere. So, the biggest pain about the new shop is not knowing where anything is yet, because nothing has a permanent home anymore. And the filming. Anywho's, you get the gist of it. Small contact wheel. We're gonna go inside of here, clean up that finger choil until it's comfortable, and then from there we'll shape our handle. But this part is hard to get to, so that's what we're gonna do here. that in there. So now from there, we're gonna put this where it needs to be to look good, be comfortable, and also, I don't know, I think that's gonna work. We're gonna have to take that handle down a little bit more flat. So we're done here. Set my tooling arms on the ground. It's like making my skin crawl. Can't wait to get my stuff set up. But we got some cool stuff coming up on the channel. I'm going to be doing some canister Damascus. Yeah, Texas is definitely a string plate. Told me what I'm going to do a creamer. Yeah, so this is my goal, is what we're going to do here. I kind of sketched this up the other day, so I'm going to change the profile here shortly. I'm just going to keep kind of referencing back, seeing what I need to take off and what needs to stay to get that profile we're looking for. What's up from India, Atlanta? Yeah, I love Atlanta. I go to Atlanta almost every year for Blade Show at the Cobb Center downtown. It's a good time. Try this again. I'll have to look that knife up. I've never heard of it. I probably have seen it, I'm sure. I'm crap at remembering and stuff like that. I'll move this over here. So, I've got it rough profiled, and like I said, this is actually taller than 2 inches at the heel. I'm starting with 2-inch stock, so obviously I can't get that tall heel I wanted, so I adjusted it a little bit to kind of fit the material that I'm starting with. I'm sure if I was to forge this, I would obviously pull the heel down, but this is a production knife, so we're gonna have to make it quick, or we can reproduce the same knife over and over and over. But I'm gonna get some holes popped in this Tang because it's annealed, and get it ready for, I guess, heat treat. This knife is a production or prototype of what's going to be the production, so it will be a usable, functional knife, but it will probably stay with me just because I'm gonna abuse it and beat on it and test it really. So see if I can get it the drill press. Good enough for government work. There we go. Close enough. Hole in here. So that's that. Tang holes are in. We'll get some material picked out. What I usually do on live streams, if I make it to this point, I'm gonna bring over a bunch of handle materials. You guys pick. Ooh. So with this being a knife that's gonna obviously see water a lot, I'm gonna use some cast resin. So I got these blue ones with the black and the red with the black. We got these, it's more of a yellow base coat with like these, it's like purples and blues and greens and stuff swirled in it. Really pretty when it's finished. This is more of like a, I think it's actually called root beer. It's brown, with some like darker browns and like some silver highlights in it and stuff. Really pretty stuff when it's finished. And these, which I think I want to use, is an orange resin with a cross section of a pine cone cast in it. Cast like this, pine cone, and they split it into scales. So I'm leaning more towards the pine cone on these. What y'all think? There's 50 y'all in here. Somebody say something. Orange, root beer, yellow and blues and greens, the blue and black, or the red and black. What do you think? There's 50 people. Come on now, somebody. Red, okay. I just dropped that one. Cracked it. Drop forged. Red, orange. Or I got a vote on orange and red. My vote is for the orange also, so that's 2 against 1. Come on, somebody, what do you think? Black and red, or yellow. You can't pick all of them. Yeah, that's true. The red ones, that a lot of people like colored handle on their kitchen knives, but that's the first time I've heard that reason as to why. I think I want to go with these. I really do. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do these. These will fit the tank nice. But before I do that, I need to make a template of this because it's obviously different from this. Starting material was different, but as far over the overall profile from here is the same. It's just this is an eighth of an inch wider than 2 inches, which is the starting material stock that I had here. I'm definitely going to make one of these things. I really, really love that profile. I like a tall heel on a chef knife. Makes it more versatile. Get your knuckles away from the cutting board and all that good stuff. So, all right. So I'm gonna sketch me a template for this real quick. My handy dandy notebook over here, and then we'll lay this out. Pop some tang holes in it. I don't have any table space out here. I have one table that I built, and I immediately filled it up with tools. So it's terrible. I can't wait to have my new stuff set up in here. If anybody's ever had like a shop or a workspace and you have to adapt to a smaller, like watered down, scaled down version of that shop and workspace, your production level quality is going to be the same, obviously, but your productivity is going to be awful. You don't know where anything is. You're taking 10 or 15 steps to do something that used to be a turnaround and grab. It's a good time. I don't recommend it to anybody. I really like to do that. I like to trace my knives a lot, especially when I forge a knife. I really like to do that because um, obviously with stock removal, I can just make this knife 10,000 times and it'll always be the same. But when you're forging, I like to kind of, trace my profile when I get finished because the process of to getting to that, I've seen it, and if I want to do it again, say if I wanted to forge this knife and I just forged it, I could remember, oh, well, I started with this thickness and I forged in the tip about this far back and drew my bevels, and you know how to get to that shape for when you want to reproduce it. Stock removal, it's just lay your template on there and cut it out. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Anyways, I want to get a good bit of this pine cone in the center here, so put it there, and then send it, I guess. Pin. I think this is 3/16. Check. Oh, that's bent. Yeah, perfect. Cut me some pins real quick. I'm not prepared to do this live, to be honest with you. I was just gonna cut this knife out and call it a day. That. I'm just gonna go to the grinder, chamfer the ends of this so that when I push it into there, it's not getting caught on this hard, super not straight corner. So basically what that means is I just go knock the corners off of these so they're easier to put in and out. So pop our first pin in, put our knife together, drill our other hole, make sure everything's nice and square. Now we'll stick our other pin in, put it together, give us a trace of the profile, and then we will shape it. I swear I touch things and they disappear. I had a marker like 30 seconds ago. Seriously, I had a marker and now it's gone forever. I don't know what happened to it. There it is. So from here, I'm just going to give myself plenty of playroom for the handle. Now we have our trace. We can figure out about what we want the handle to stop and start. So I'm going to bring it up here, give myself some lines, take the blade off, and just kind of put in your shape. You're obviously going to reshape it with the grinder and stuff, but give yourself some guidelines. So that's what I'm going to do. Get a nice curve to it. This knife has got pretty curved, so we'll do a big thick line. We'll stop somewhere in that thickness. If we grind all the Sharpie off, then we're going to be back here a little bit further back than I want to be. So let's pop us a little, well, this should cut it because it's resin. So my bucket out a little bit. There's so much stuff in the way. I guess that's what makes live streams fun, I guess. So let's get you over here. Nah, never mind, that's not gonna work. We'll go back to our other way. That should be good. want to stop before we go ahead and do glue up. So from here, I would take this front face up to a relatively high grit about what this is going to be when finished, because once the knife is glued up and I finish shaping the handle and hand sand everything and make it perfect, I won't be able to get to this because it'll be up against the blade. So I'm gonna knock my corners off here, figure out a good thickness, ending, finish, and stuff like that for that. Get that hand sanded up, get the knife ready for epoxy glue up, and then once the handle and everything is good, oh, I'm skipping a step. I have to do the heat treat. So before all that happens, the knife obviously needs to be heat treated, ground, finished, sharpened, taped off, and cleaned up, ready for epoxy glue up. But if you want to see stuff like that, it's on the channel. I don't mean to be that YouTube guy, but hey, go to the channel, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Do stuff like this all the time. I'm gonna call it a day for here because it's dusty in here and I don't want to be in it and it's hot. But I appreciate y'all.